Hi everyone, welcome. We're trying out a live stream today, just something different to see if it's a fun way to connect with you all. So, hi.
Hey. See how this works.
Okay. So we're getting kind of set up a little bit, figuring out the technical side with the live stream. Hope you're all enjoying your week, your Sunday. Well, we just hit 1,000 subscribers recently. That's really exciting. We are enjoying everyone that's finding the channel and following along. It's made the process really fun, I know, for Emmanuel and I to see people enjoy. And we love all your comments and all your ideas. Everybody has really great ideas that sometimes we didn't think of. And we always like to look into those and see if there are things that work here. And so we definitely appreciate that. What do you want to say?
You can say about that if there's questions, you can put
if you have a question while we're on here, we will just send it to us and put it in comments, and we'll try and answer that as we go. So Emmanuel's been over here doing a lot of electrical work, and it's really exciting. We are sitting here in a well-lit space, so we don't need to use our lights right now because there's tons of light in here, and there's going to be tons of natural light. There's going to be tons of natural light too, so as things start getting put back together, it's going to be really great.
Yep, and we can work in the evenings without having any issues. Having lights, and it's gonna be nice. And it is snowing outside again. It was actually pretty warm yesterday as I was working here, but today it is again pretty cold, very chilly. I don't know if you can tell the smoke or
you might see
the steam in the air, but it is pretty chilly. It is started snowing about an hour ago, and
yep, it's super bright in here.
Hey, Jason.
Awesome. So,
how are you guys doing, Jason?
Hi. All right. So, big progress in the electrical. I know Emmanuel spent the whole day yesterday with our helper, with Thomas, and they were putting in the outlets for us, finishing up those outlets. And a lot of progress is happening on the roof right now that you guys are seeing updates on.
We can take you outside in a little bit when, get started.
Do you want to talk about what we ended up deciding on the roof?
Sure. I mean, we did already say that in one of the last few videos, but we are going with repairing the roof over replacing it since we have all that extra slate. So the roof, the old Philadelphia gutters, the hidden gutters are getting taken out. They actually all gone already. They started on the roof on Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. And I've been working on it the whole week, even yesterday. So they took all the hidden gutters out and replaced those sections. They fixed the wood underneath it if it was needed replacing. And otherwise, they put ice and water shield. It's a impermeable sheet of plastic on there. It's self-adhesive.
That's going under the slate.
And then they put that on there on the bottom 3 feet of the roof, and then they already put a lot of slate up. Well, do you want to just show them?
Sure.
Since it's snowing anyways.
So we'll take you all outside.
I think you can change the camera too.
Yeah.
I posted a few pictures yesterday on Instagram about it, but you can tell here they already replaced the hidden gutters on this side. On the far side of the building, they aren't completely done yet, but Claudio asking when we are going to glue the PVC pipes. So I have a plan to get those glued here soon. We want to finish the electrical first, then have the inspectors come by just to look up both things. But then afterwards, when they tell us yes, the pipes are good to go, then we will probably glue it together. We're gonna go back inside since it is kind of cold and I'm not really wearing a jacket. But I hope that answers your question. So I would assume probably within the next month or two is when we start gluing the PVC pipes together. Yeah, you want to talk about any of the things that you had prepared?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna check. We definitely have enjoyed, we have an editor now doing video editing for us. It's taking a great load off for Emmanuel.
Yeah, it's been nice not having to, throughout the week, having to work on the video and just have somebody do that for us. He has been doing a great job. I don't know if you guys have recognized any of the changes, but we have been using him for, what, 3 months now?
Yep.
Something like that, yep. So it's been great.
So thank you, Arslan. You're the best. So yeah, so big roof decision. Next big thing coming up after this would be exterior, probably getting
Yeah, obviously getting the roof finished, and then on the exterior we have to get some windows ordered. We want to try to maybe just order 1 or 2 windows just to try it. Replace a section and see how it goes, and then as soon as we know then exactly, yep, these windows will work well for us, we will order the rest and hopefully get them started. And then outside we still have the siding to do. So a lot of the siding is in pretty bad condition. The previous owner puts some vinyl over it. So I assume they did that because they didn't want to spend the money, first of all, to fix it the real way. And then otherwise, they probably had some leaks. So they closed it up. There's actually one of the windows, let me see here, in the kitchen area. You can tell there is some styrofoam on the outside. This actually, they just vinyled over it, straight over. This window from the outside looks like there's only one window on the kitchen side, but there's actually 2. So clearly they had some leakage issues probably around this area, so they replaced it that way. So that's gonna be outside, and then on the inside, well, we gotta, just like we said already before, the PVC we have to fix and glue it all together, and then and then we get pretty close, and as soon as the siding is done, to actually do some insulation work.
You want to see how the roof looks inside?
Sure.
Is it still open upstairs?
There's a section that we can probably show in the 2nd floor or 3rd floor, where we have I will give you guys a view of what they actually fixed. You can tell here, also here the last 5 rows on the roof where they replaced it already. Right there, the gutters would have started. What we're gonna do is we are going to install round gutters on the perimeter of the roof instead of obviously having the hidden ones. And otherwise, I posted a few pictures yesterday of the roof. As you can tell, obviously they still have a few little spots that they are fixing. That's the section here that I just showed a few minutes ago. But you can see obviously they still have a small little hole that they're fixing. They haven't finished the slate on this side yet. The question was when we are finishing the electrical and what the next step is. Electrical will be hopefully done in the next few weeks. We have installed all the outlets on the second floor already. Thomas was doing that yesterday. And in the first floor, we haven't started on that yet, but I think Thomas will be able to finish that next week on Saturday. And I was working on the chandelier and other decorative lighting sections before yesterday. So that hopefully is going to be done soon too. So then we just really need to do the inspection on the electrical and getting the sub panels that we have everywhere on the floors connected with the actual main panel in the basement. And you can see here, let me change this again. We have Thomas was working on all the receptacles, so he plugged them all in. He got it all wired up and finished the entire floor. I'm sure people are wondering what we decided on the chandelier, how we're gonna mount it, where exactly. So because we ourselves haven't made a decision yet of exactly how it's gonna be, we actually like both ideas of putting it either right here at this section or center of this section. Because of that, we figured we are just gonna do a simple box on the top that doesn't hold the weight, but then we mounted some wood so that we can decide later on and just have a hook so we can move it left or right, however we want to do it in the future. We did center it on this side, on the left window. Sorry about the lighting here, but we centered it right on the middle of the window itself, and on this side, we just don't know yet.
All right.
Light doesn't work.
No light up here yet, or no power up here yet.
I just have to let the cable up.
Okay.
You can say something about
Okay. All right, well, one more area where we are trying to make a decision is in the kitchen. We're looking at deciding if we're gonna put an island in the kitchen or a peninsula in the kitchen, and what's gonna work best for traffic flow. So you guys can tell us your own preference and why. And I'm kind of thinking, sorry for the mess here. This is kind of a catch-all workspace right now, so definitely want to straighten up a bit. But we could put an island right here and walk through on both sides. Or we could have a peninsula or a bar come out here and leave this half of the kitchen open. So right now we've just been putting a layout that would work. The main things of where appliances and things go is pretty much going to be the same either way. So some point we just have to decide on that. So,
Right.
Yep. Anything else? Talk about?
Any other questions people have? I know we have been trying to answer as questions are coming up in the comments. We've been trying to answer them and also reiterate some of them in the videos. But if there's anything you guys want to know, even about us, yeah, just ask us. One of the things I'm right now, obviously still don't have the panels connected, so I'm just temporarily wiring up the power for the lights everywhere so that we can power it, but in the next couple of weeks I will run the main power in the breaker too. The hardest part with that is I really don't want to do that part ourselves. That's one of the things on the electrical that I would like to have somebody do for us, but it's just difficult right now to find somebody, an electrician that actually has the time and is willing to do it, because apparently everybody's so busy. So that's one of the difficulties, just why we haven't done that yet.
Well,
you want to say anything about did you find anything more about the house, about the age and
Not yet.
things? Okay.
Not yet. I tried to do a little research on the age of the house and maybe the architect or whoever built the house back in 1903. Haven't found much yet. I know it was in the county, then became part of the city. So whatever records might be there got transferred at some point. So I've got to do some digging. In the future, though, we might do live stream in the future and put a time capsule in and take some of the like the photo and maybe a letter that we found already when Emmanuel was taking the walls down. Put that back in and maybe put a picture of our family in and think about something else that would be great to put in there. So, all right.
Well, did you have anything else you wanted to talk
I
about?
think that's about what we had to talk about, and wanted to show you everything that's happening. The progress right now is going really, really fast, which is really exciting to see us getting closer. We're on the other side of that curve now of the project, and Emmanuel's getting closer and closer to getting this place ready for us. So.
Right, a question that is pretty common of when we are gonna be done. Well, done is a big interesting question because it's gonna probably take a long time, but otherwise we are planning at least to see if we can move into the first 2 floors either by end of this year or at least latest spring of next year. That's definitely our target. We obviously have a lot of work ahead of us for that, but we kind of at least trying to get to that goal. Let me see, there was
Are we
a
going to
question.
use sheetrock or lath and plaster when we?
Great question. So we are going to use purple board. We are not just using the standard sheetrock, but we are using sheetrock, and then we are finishing at least in the first floor with a modern style plaster, not just the standard.
It's not drywall, but it's.
Yeah, it is still a drywall underneath it, but they just use this nowadays instead of having to do the lath and then put a plaster finish over the top. So we're still trying to finish it completely the way it would have been, at least with plaster. But yeah, it's just obviously it's cost prohibitive, the lath and plaster, and also time, labor. What we are doing is on the wall here and also in the second floor, we have this wall that has the rounded corner here. We are going to fix that one up. Because this one is actually, since it was in the center of the house, it was actually in a pretty decent shape. So we are planning on just refinishing this wall with plaster. I think Jason was saying, let's see here. Oh, definitely. We love sharing. So let us know if there's any questions. Otherwise, even in the future, always love to share exactly what everybody wants to know.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for all following along and being inspired. And yeah.
Appreciate it.
Great job.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Have a good one.
Have a great weekend.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.